I actually became a furniture maker, not directly, but indirectly because it's been in my family for 4 or 5 generations. My dad is not in woodworking at all, but my great-great-grandfather, great-grandfather, grandfather, they all were barn builders, furniture makers, cabinet makers. And I saw a lot of the furniture that they made in my grandparents' home growing up. And it was impressive to just be like, where the heck, how did someone make that? How did someone make that thing? And then I just like, I want to figure it out. And I think that's where like my engineering brain made its way to furniture making. But as far as my designs go, I'm really like keyed into the history of furniture making, and what resonated with me is mid-century aesthetics. A lot of the designs came from partnerships that were formed in the Detroit area. So a lot of the famous furniture makers of that era, the Eames couple, Eros Saarinen, George Nelson, they met at Cranbrook. They all kind of like, it was like a melting pot of makers and designers. And a lot of American modernism history comes from the Detroit area, and I think that's really cool. And, having been someone who collected furniture for a while after I got out of college, I started getting into the aesthetic of it. Big time thrift shopper ever since I was in high school. So I was like finding cool pieces of furniture that I was like, these appeal to me. Then realizing like, oh, geez, like a lot of people collect these. And then it's like, oh, okay, well, I want to get into woodworking. Like, what's my aesthetic? And it was just kind of a natural transition to gravitate towards that. Now, one of the things that we do with Hunt Noyer, I say we because I have a couple people that work with me. We have a small team of people that work together on the furniture making, is to highlight joinery and traditional aspects of furniture making, bringing them into the modern era of furniture ownership, collection, curation of your home kind of thing. We choose to use exposed joinery. The joint that we use is called a box joint. A lot of people might look at it and say that's a dovetail joint. And honestly, that's fine with me if people like misidentify it as such, because the point is to show people how things are made and to show people that the furniture is made well. It's made out of solid wood, and it's built to last. And the design is minimal in the intention that we want to like show clean lines and show something that's unique. The turned legs that we use, they're turned on a wood lathe, and that's just my own aesthetic. And I think of it as kind of quirky, but I also think that it makes it unique in the sense that we keep that repetition through our work, and you can see Hunt Noyer Furniture and identify it as Hunt Noyer Furniture, and you know that it's unique, well made, handmade, and made of solid American, lumber, domestically sourced wood.